So what have we got going on here, Twiggy?
Here we've got yarrow, Achillea millifolum.
Is that this one?
Yeah, yarrow.
Wow.
It's a really special plant that's been used for a long time, and it's been used a lot. It's used for like fevers to help to induce the sweating, you know, because that's kind of what you want when you're fevering, fevering to kind of
sweat it out.
Dry it and brew it as a tea.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, you could make a tincture with it, and it's good for like loss of appetite. It's been used for like people with hay fever.
Yep.
And or even just for common colds, it can be good in your mix.
Yeah.
So.
What have you got here, darling? What are they?
Stevia.
Stevia. Wow. What do we do with stevia, Twiggy?
What do we do with stevia, Kashi? We eat it. It's really sweet.
Is that what you're chomping on? Let me have a bit. The leaf or the flower or both?
Leaf.
The leaf. Okay.
Yep. We use that instead of sugar. It's
wow!
alternative
Isn't that beautiful?
to sugar.
It is like sugar. I've never tried that before. That's really lovely.
Me and Mummy are going to bring it home.
Yeah, that's really nice. What else have we got in the garden here?
Down here, this one with the motherwort. This one with the purple flower is motherwort.
And what is that?
Cardiaca.
Wow.
And
that's a beautiful plant, isn't it?
yeah, she's a really special one. She helped me through my breastfeeding times because hence the name motherwort. Quite often young mothers can have the kind of overwhelmedness or even like anxiety of just the responsibility, and when that kind of feeling comes up of like I'm not sure about this, or this is difficult, and that kind of feeling, it's if you have some a dropper full of a tincture of this, it's gone within minutes. Like within minutes, it's like it's amazing.
Isn't that amazing? So you've got to make it up as a tincture. Can you have it as a tea as well?
It's incredibly bitter and strong tasting, so it depends if you could hack
you
it,
can
you could do
handle
that.
it.
But
Wow.
like a tincture's like a good way of preserving it.
And that's under your tongue, is it?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
So,
that's great, isn't it?
and it's really good heart medicine. Hence, it's
I like bite it first, and then I actually get the sweetness out, and then I suck it.
Oh, you've got a little
Nice.
technique.
yeah.
Lovely. Oh, nice.
So it's also really good for the heart. It's a really good heart medicine.
Yeah.
And it's not just for breastfeeding mothers, but it's
it's
good in general for anxiety and
isn't
just
that
especially
great?
kind of heart-related anxiety with that kind of palpitations. Or down in the corner, just down here, we've got Gotu Cola.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like it's one of those ones that's like, I don't know if you've heard of the doctrine of signatures, where they say like you look at what a plant looks like is kind of what it's good for, and like the Gotu Cola looks a lot like a brain.
Oh,
you see that?
it does.
You see how it's kind of like a brain?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's incredibly good for the brain. It's good for treating and preventing Alzheimer's.
Wow.
And a lot of kind of neurological conditions. It's like amazing for improving memory. It's used, I've used it through my studying, and I really notice the difference when I have it before I study each time. And
Isn't that incredible?
yeah, and just and also longevity. Like it's it's an Ayurvedic herb, and kind of where it comes from, they swear by it. Like for long life, just chew a few leaves a day, eat a few leaves a day, and
okay.
a small handful. It's quite bitter.
Yeah, is it?
And the flavour kind of comes out more and more as you go.
It's quite explosive, isn't it? Ooh.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, wow.
But even that bitterness is just so good. We're kind of taught so much not to be having bitters in our diets, and we actually really need it for our digestive system. And,
It must be a bit of an acquired taste, but like you say, once you get used to it, it's not too bad. Like
Totally.
the bitterness is, it's got like a bit of a bang, but.
aloe vera, which that's probably one of the more common ones that we know of. The aloe vera, that's
isn't it massive? Wow.
Yeah,
That's really juicy, and you put that on sunburn and like a
Stevia.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and you can eat it too. Like put it in your.
Oh, you can eat it.
Yeah, yep. Put it in
I
your
didn't know
juices
that.
or your smoothies,
Oh,
and
there you go.
you've got to be careful if you do that though. You don't want to have too much because it can have a laxative effect.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yep. So if you're having trouble going to the toilet, it might be a good thing too.
Yeah, but it can be a real, like center or something. It can really be that kind of real crampy kind of one. So it's just I think everyone's tolerance is different, and you just kind of build your way up and see
to what you're used to or whatever, what your body can handle.
But for burns, it's like there's nothing else like it. It's
Yeah.
definitely the best thing I've encountered for sunburns or
Any
heat burns.
burns. Yeah. Oh, what's that one? What's that, ginger?
Yeah, lemon ginger.
Oh, lemon ginger. Actually, someone was telling me, I think it was Jules, that you squash the plant and it comes out like a shampoo and you put it on your hair. And she moisturised my whole arms and the hands and everything. And then she said, yeah, you just squish it out like that, and the shampoo comes out in your hands.
Oh, wow.
And then you wash your hair, and that's all you wash your hair with. And she said it's just like so shiny and so beautiful. But
that's cool.
she had heaps like that. And then
That might have been blue.
Yeah.
There's a variety called shampoo ginger.
Maybe I got the wrong one.
Which is over there where Melinda is.
Is my hair going to fall out?
No, it's just there's one. It's got a variegated leaf, and that's the shampoo ginger.
Ah, there you
You
go.
can probably do it with normal
It
ginger.
smells quite nice, yeah. There you go.
Adequate.
Thanks, Erica. What's this one here? I've seen this.
Rosella or tea hibiscus.
Oh, wow.
Very tangy and
Tangy,
lemony. Yeah. It's a good one because it's got like high vitamin C, but it's also got pretty good amount of iron, and you need the vitamin C to absorb the iron. So
Oh, wow. So
know.
they sort of couple with each other and it just does its thing. Wow, isn't that really cool?
Yeah.
And you don't cook it, do you? It's just in a salad?
I actually use it for tea.
Oh, for
That's
tea.
the only way that I personally use it. A lot of people use flowers in salads and presentation on food as well. But I like to make tea. But I've been experimenting with cold fusion tea because vitamin C is a heat sensitive vitamin. So
Okay.
as soon as you make a tea, or cook something, you're kind of cooking out the.
Oh, is that
the vitamin
right?
C
So you've got to be
content.
careful with that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And could you make a cordial like Rosella or jam and things? Is it
Oh yeah, jam. Yeah, people make Rosella jam too.
Planting some tree lettuce here by the doorway. There's the old variety that we're trying to phase out. It's just not as nice as the serrated leaf one.
It's really quite bitter compared to the serrated leaf. It's a lot sweeter. And just a salad ingredient that
It's always there.
is always there. Like in summer when all the rest of the lettuce is wilted and gone to seed and whatnot, then the tree lettuce is still producing. Yeah. This is comfrey.
Yeah.
Symphytum officinale, and it's a very special plant they call knit bone as well because it actually it assists in cell proliferation. Basically, it helps cells to grow and multiply. So it actually knits bone back together, knits tissue back together, like knits skin back together. And I've heard some amazing stories of people healing broken bones and skin just such a rapid
Just as a bandage sort of thing, is it? And they just piece.
Yeah, you can kind of do a poultice with it. So
Yeah.
you kind of mash it up and put it on. You just need to be careful not to put it on an open wound because it can make that wound seal over and there might be dirt in there. It might not have kind of healed up quick enough under there. So, but I've heard of people doing that and putting it on, and overnight the skin like already kind of stitching back together. But that is something that we don't recommend.
Yeah.
Putting it on broken skin.
Yep. And so, can you have this as a tea as well? Is that sort of something that you do,
Well,
or not really?
I legally in Australia, I would have to say no.
Yeah,
you
okay.
can't because they did some studies on rats that showed it to be carcinogenic to their livers, but
really?
they were giving it high doses, over a big period of time, from my understanding, and so people have been ingesting it for years.
Yeah.
But Australia legally, no herbalist is allowed to recommend that. So based on those studies that were done, so it's a miracle plant. It's very special.
What are these?
Taro again.
Oh, that's the taro.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've had some nice curries made with taro too that friends have made. I've only ever roasted it, but could be nice for curries.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got this I can't really see it, but it's like this beautiful pattern. It's like white with all little red spots and patterns, and then you cook it and it's more like potato is
here we
fluffy,
go.
but that one is softer. It's just a really nice texture. Yeah.
It's a taro. It's having lots of little babies off there. Trying to create new plants. But it gets a lot bigger than that.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last week we took home arrowroot, which was
Oh
Yeah.
really
It's
good.
got buckets
Just
and
like
buckets and
potatoes.
buckets of it.
Wow. And you just prepare that same sort of
Same potato,
yeah,
same
same
as
as
potato.
potato.
Just peel it. It's easier to peel than potato.
It's funny because we're talking about the edible weeds. We've got this one here, thick head. which is something that you see around quite a lot. And yeah, that's a nice one to put in your salads. Again, it's not something like the comfrey, just be careful not to have too much of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of got to build up. It's not so good for you, for your liver. So, but yeah, just, you know, a bit in your salad, tastes good. And yeah, it's nice to know your weeds. And there's plantain as well here, which the first time we ever came to the community gardens, Akasha fell over and scraped herself, and one of the kids picked this up and chewed it up and stuck it on a cut.
Wow.
Yeah, just like a little kid, and stuck it on a cut, and it stopped bleeding. It staunched the blood flow.
Isn't that extraordinary?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we've got the broadleaf plantain here as well. We've got a few different types, and there's one type, Plantago ovata, that the seeds are used for, you know, psyllium husk. You know, psyllium? That comes from plantain seeds.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's the husk of a certain kind of plantain seed. So,
Oh, interesting.
you kind of got to look down into the small world. Sometimes it's the things that you're pulling out and calling weeds that are actually
doing some benefits for the soil and everything.
Benefits
you can
to the
see
soil
the chickweed just thriving over here.
Yeah.
Chickweed's a blood cleanser, and it's really good for skin preparations.
Is it
It's
really?
like,
Wow, okay.
yeah.
So skin preparations as in you like just
Make an ointment out of it.
Ointment, yeah.
Yeah, you could probably squash it. I haven't had experience doing it like
Yeah.
straight on like that, but yeah, putting it into ointments is really good. Well, last Saturday we had our 5th birthday, so 5
fifth
years.
garden birthday?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
wow,
the community
congratulations.
gardens. Yeah. So 5 years ago, this netted area just here.
Yeah.
That was a netball court, and
wow.
and that was all churned up, and that was the original community gardens just in that netted area.
Yeah.
And it's just like slowly, you know, spread, and you know, we've kind of gone through, and it like really covers a broad area, and it's beautiful because we've got, you know, the rural and remote home care, and the community centre, and the youth shed, and the Aboriginal Corporation here, and all this like community kind of stuff, and the gardens is just woven around, you know, all these beautiful like community
Isn't that lovely?
community groups. It's meant to be a place for learning and coming together. Like a lot of people, when they come here, their intention is to learn, you know, learn about growing more food. And
That's right, and you encourage that as much as possible. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Erica.
welcome.
Thanks,
Thanks
Zoe.
for coming in.
Thanks, Kasha. And thanks, Twiggy. And we'll catch up with you later on. Thank you. Thanks very much, ladies.
Thanks to yourself.
Thank you. Thanks to me. Thank you.